one. It is draft night. We're here. We're back. Picks 1 through 15 are almost through. Actually, we're on pick number 14 if you are live with us. But Jordan had a lot to get off the chest.
So far, we've seen 12 offensive players go off the board, six quarterbacks, a tight end, two wide receivers, a few offensive linemen. And that tells me that all the good pass rushers are on the board still. And we're in the teens. Like the Ravens should move up right now. Probably won't cost that much technically to go up and get the best defensive player on. Like there's an opportunity here that I don't think they thought would be there this time yesterday. I don't know your guys' thoughts, but the Ravens can maybe be a little bit aggressive here, knowing they can get a guy that they really covet that could be a difference maker that they didn't think was going to be here.
Yeah,
Christ, there hasn't been a single defensive player taken at all.
Exactly my point.
that's weird. I mean, there's been what, six quarterbacks?
It tied the
I
record
mean,
in 1983.
I know we said we've been talking about offensive tackle, but yeah, like Jordan's pointed out, right now, Dallas Turner is still available. Edge, Quinton Mitchell, corner, Terrion Arnold, corner, who I thought for sure was going to go to Atlanta.
Yeah.
Edge from LSU, Brian Murphy from Texas. Those are the top five available right now, according to ESPN.
I think the Ravens are in a weird place where if they sit and wait for it to fall, they're probably still going to get the same guys they thought they were going to get. So if they can maybe move something to move up even like 5 spots into the 20s, 10 spots rather, into the 20th round or 20th overall, they'll get a legit number one corner, legit number one or two defensive player.
I mean, I'm all for it. Let's have some fun. I mean, let's roll the fucking dice. Let's do it.
Who we got picking here? I got Saints, Colts. Who knows what they?
They all see I feel like the Saints need a quarterback. The Colts, they took their quarterback last year. Seattle, their quarterback situation's a little crazy. And so but there's no more quarterbacks on the board. Like this doesn't matter.
No,
they're all gone.
For a good old Baltimore's own Mel Kiper, it's basically after Bo Nix, it drops all the way down to 38-year-old Spencer Rattler, who's played I don't know how many years in college.
It's about to be skill player central here in about 2 seconds.
Yeah, there's going to be a flurry of just fast dudes taking.
I mean, yeah, wouldn't surprise me. I mean, Brian Thomas Jr. is still on the board. Xavier Legit, Mitchell, Lad McCourty, David Worthy.
What were your guys' thoughts on the Falcons choosing to go quarterback, even though they just gave $200 million to Kirk Cousins?
That was my first surprise of the draft.
Yeah, bit of a plot twist, but Kirk Cousins isn't forever. This is like his third team. It's like, hey, the guys on the board, fuck it. They took the best available pick. They needed, I guess.
It's funny because I remember when they took RG3, it took Kirk Cousins 2 rounds later in the third round. This poor bastard just can't escape.
No, I'm sorry. I can't call Kirk Cousins a poor bastard because he was one of the best agents ever. How many fully guaranteed contracts has that man signed?
That's a record in it.
Every time he's like, oh no, that 80 million guaranteed. Oh, okay, here you go. Falcons like, oh, like 20 million. Yeah, sure. Okay, go ahead. We'll take it.
It's crazy. Oh shit. Saints pick is in.
What are the Saints gonna do?
What's your guys' favorite pick of the draft so far?
Favorite pick? Jaden Daniels.
Yeah.
I like that a lot for Washington. Yeah. I like that a lot. I mean, I think he brings the same vibe RG3 brought. I think he's exciting to watch. He's going to be a great player a hard player to defend against. I think for DC, that's a very good move. I mean, they got rid of Sam Howell. They don't have anybody.
Yeah.
I mean, Patriots, honestly, in my opinion, got their guy, Drake May, who looks 16 years old.
Another tackle off the board.
Yeah. What about you?
I personally, I thought the Bears going wide receiver, maybe the number 2 wide receiver in the draft class at 9, taking a skill player, I think is what the Ravens should have done with Lamar Jackson for years, and they just never did it. Well, I guess they tried. But
they always try.
We tried a couple of times.
We're talking about a top 10 wide receiver. I think that's different than a late 20th round wide receiver, which Bateman was. So I think that's really awesome that they're putting all this. I mean, they're giving Caleb Williams zero reason to fail unless they break him because they don't have
learned their
line
lesson
in place. But
he's already walked into DJ Moore
and Keenan
Allen.
Yeah.
And as soon as the Falcons took I think the Bears probably tripped trying to get the card in as fast as they could when they realized Aduze was still going to be sitting there.
It's stupid. It's stupid. And they have Komet. Like, they have a really good offense.
Yeah.
The NFC North is going to be really wild to watch.
It's going to be really tough. Yeah. Honestly, I was hearing some rumors on Twitter earlier today. They were talking about, like, what if the Chargers had to trade it away? What the heck is the name? Justin.
People called and they were like, no.
I'm just saying, like, that would have been crazy. Again, it didn't happen, but
no, they did a Greg Roman pick with an offensive tackle. We knew they weren't going to.
I'm confused on what the hell they're going to do with Justin Herbert.
He's gonna somehow learn how to run the read option.
He doesn't look like he's built to do that. There's going to be a lot of
We're going to destroy them in prime time, and we're going to embarrass the Harbaugh family. Well, just the Harbaugh brother.
Well, I don't know. Like, I was thinking about this. Somebody actually mentioned this earlier. I'm watching the ABC broadcast. They were talking about, like, how defenses are getting smaller.
Yeah.
You know, just overall defenses are getting smaller. Where are those offensives that like to run?
Those offenses are getting
got me excited about thinking about Derrick Henry against virtually any defense with a size middle linebacker.
Oh, yeah, that's Derrick Henry is a time traveler from a different era of NFL. As you said, they're getting smaller, but that's just because, I mean, you got teams like the Dolphins who are a track team.
Yeah, you got
to play football.
I get it. Makes sense.
I had a vision in my mind just today about just seeing Lamar Jackson run to the right and then pitch it to Henry, who's going to only have cornerbacks and safeties. And that's something that the Titans could never really do with him because no one gives a shit about the quarterback. But they're going to crash on Lamar. He'd be like,
now they really have to watch Lamar. Okay, what's he going to do with it?
Braves haven't even picked, and I'm already like super.
And Tennessee, they're like, okay, that quarterback's not. Tannehill, no, I'm not scared of him.
Yeah,
he not that he wasn't athletic. I'll give him that. He had that. He was a wide receiver, but he's not Lamar.
Were you shocked Tennessee went O-line? That's kind of a boring pick for a team that needs a lot. I don't disrespect it, but at the same time, it's like that's not moving the needle for me for a team that clearly is going in the wrong direction and a really winnable.
Yeah, I mean, unless they basically think if they can get a wide receiver later, they wanted to start protecting Will.
Yeah. They're a mess.
Yeah, I personally that didn't
I couldn't. I had no guess of what they were going to do there. I was 5 for 5 in my first picks. I was guessing those pretty right. I mean, one was pretty obvious.
That's crazy.
No, the only one that I thought might have been different, I thought the Patriots maybe were going to try to do wide receiver then trade back.
You got to feel that guy.
They went Drake.
It's another quarterback going to a Patriots team that just isn't built.
Hey, but as I was thinking this a couple days ago, despite weapons, all that, he's almost in a better spot because he is not the quarterback following Tom Brady. He's the quarterback following the shit between Matt Jones and Bradley Zappi. So he needs to send them a thank you card.
But he's still fucked because they don't have any wide receivers to throw to. Running back,
I agree.
Offensive linemen to do it. No defense that's going to support him.
I mean,
Belichick's gone.
I almost guarantee that depending on how the board falls, they'll be taking wide receiver, offensive tackle with the third pick of the second round. Because I feel like wide receiver
in the first round,
unless they want to come up to our pick.
God damn it, the Ravens. They're either trading out or trading up. I don't understand.
They're not trading out. There's literally no way.
I mean, if they think the guy they want will be there 3 or 4 picks later, and the Patriots we really want that player that's there, that the Ravens are we don't actually covet, they're gonna do it. and they'll bag that extra 4th-round pick and piss everybody in this chat room off.
Not the chat room.
What are the Colts about to do? Boo, boo, Colts. My dad doesn't call you, but my dad calls you the Indianapolis football team.
Not the Indianapolis football team.
Oh no, they're not the Colts. They're the Indianapolis football team.
What are they doing?
They're
going wide
Colts play in
receiver. Right?
Baltimore.
They're going wide receiver.
Yeah,
They don't have anybody.
they don't.
Okay, they go wide receiver.
Brussels like 30 hours ahead of us, Gerald.
No, I'm going. Are you? You're behind me. If they're going wide receiver, then it's probably going to be another LSU, Brian Thomas Jr.
Dude, LSU is literally wide receiver university.
That's
Like, call it. It's done.
That's fine. That was the pick that was the wide receiver that all the fanboys were hoping the Ravens would get.
Who are you talking about? I'm still behind. Like, it's just as pick as
no one's picked. I'm talking about who I think they're going to take. Brian Thomas Jr. is the
That's
guy.
the ugliest draft room.
You are Gerald. You are not behind. I swear, unless you somehow that you have been ahead of me on any channel.
All right, here it comes.
But we can figure that out right now. If they say the pick, let me know when you hear a name.
Goodell's walking to the stage.
I don't have
I don't see that yet.
Me and Jordan have roughly the same feed.
They're saying the pick is in. They're showing a bunch of basic. I'm
going to the stage now. Oh, there's Goodell.
Nope, I'm still seeing fans chatting.
Not fans chatting.
Like in Seattle's with the clock. Okay. I'm kidding. You guys, I'm gonna go to Twitter. Fuck you guys.
Ooh. Yeah, go to fucking Twitter.
Okay, I got a pick. Everyone else who has a pick yet?
Latu.
That's one of the defensive ends that one of the edge rushers I was saying was available.
Wow.
But he's not the number one either.
No, it's no.
Is that the guy in Penn State?
That's still the guy from Alabama. And we know how Ravens love Alabama players.
Yeah. I think they're gonna stay. I think because of the way the board fell, the Ravens are gonna sit at 30 and get one of the 5 guys they covet. That's honestly my gut at this point.
Yeah.
They're gonna get a guy for sure that they know they're gonna get. I think they move up to get a guy that's similar. I don't think benefits them because it's going to cost them their 2nd-round pick, which is a wide receiver or a corner or defender.
Seattle.
Next up is Seattle.
What's Seattle gonna do?
I saw Mike McDonald, first pick as a head coach.
Yeah, show the draft room. I want to see good old Mike. Where's Mike at?
Yeah.
Let's see here. Seattle. According to ESPN, the top needs are guard and edge.
They're definitely probably Mike McDonald's getting his edge.
If Mike McDonald's in charge, he's gonna take him.
No question. Jeez. Latu, man. This guy, Jesus.
Whoop. Pick.
Pac-12's weak.
Huh?
So the Pac-12's weak.
Pac-12's
weak. I think they're doing a grain of salt. They don't block. I'm so excited for NCAA.
Dude, I'm actually in the mindset of like not getting Madden this year.
I'm never getting Madden ever again. That game sucks.
Like just getting NCAA.
Forever.
Yeah.
So you're just gonna get Madden with an NCAA skin on it.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick Western Kentucky to the championship.
Yep. I'm actually gonna get Ohio State to the championship in a minute. They're gonna actually get the win. Oh, man.
We are.
Everyone says you're not going to get the next man, and they always do.
I'm really not going to. It'll be free on Game Pass like it was this year, and then I will get it. But I won't play.
Wait, Madden was free on Game Pass?
It's free right now. I've only played Madden twice this year.
I should have waited.
I've played twice.
Yeah, I know.
I never actually played a game.
Our failed attempt of a franchise did not start at all.
I think we played it so much.
Yeah,
I can't play it anymore. I'm done.
Like I can't play leisurely Madden. Like it's like I play it all day, So it's like, fuck, dude. Like, it's like I don't play when I'm off.
Well,
I really-
sorry. Well, unfortunately, not all of us can do that. I
Y'all
can
knows
only
watching.
play a few.
Y'all knows
I can
watching.
only play a few times a day. So I still enjoy my time playing Madden. To
I've
be
been
fair, I took a long break after the
my main
season
game
ended.
has been the show.
Well, now it's been the show, but I was hesitant about the show because the show started. I started not liking the direction the show was going. It's gotten a little better.
It's
Oh,
the
they
best.
did. They started to fall in the same trap pattern that all these games do. Is you have to have some form of online connection for everything to work completely. Luckily, it's not as connected as it used to be.
If you play Road to the Show, you ain't got to worry about that.
Technically, you can get more upgraded. Actually, you get more upgraded stuff because you build up as you play on Road to the Show. You build up your one thing, you get more packs, you get more uniform stuff, and more equipment to make a guy better.
This is like 105.7 The Fan when they just go off on a tangent about something stupid.
Yeah, it's just like
guys, get back to the Ravens.
Yeah, get back to the fucking Ravens.
There's nothing Ravens right now. It's a commercial.
No, but
talked about all. It's nothing except this honestly has been one of the more boring drafts.
I won't say boring. I'll say predictable, at least in the first 10.
There's been Ravens. If the Ravens were higher too, but they're so deep, they're so late in the draft that it was like a none.
Well, even in terms of end, like there's been one trade.
Do you remember when we picked 14 overall? Hamilton was on our team by now. We were done. We were ready to draft Linderbaum.
Wow.
Well, like I said, if we're 14 this year, we could have got the top edge rusher or the top cornerback.
Knowing the Ravens, they didn't actually covet the guy that just went. They're probably like, that guy fucking sucks.
Yeah. They didn't have any stock in them.
We need. What we should have done. We should have gone back and watched. Apparently, the Liars Luncheon is broadcast now, so everyone can watch it.
Oh yeah.
It's not like it was. It's not like it was before, where we needed invitations and everyone was secret about it. But we need to go see whoever they said they were going to talk about of that is not who they're going to take. Someone said we need to go back and look at all the Liars Luncheons and see who they said they were high on at that and see what happened.
That's what they take Nate Wiggins out of Clemson.
That's what someone else. I think Daniel Jeremiah's last mock draft had that. I had to look up who that was.
Yeah,
he's very good. He's very he plays like a Raven, I guess, as they say.
I know a lot of people are upset because they saw that pick and they saw the next two picks were the two Texas wide receivers.
I don't want them going wide receiver in the first round ever again.
Yeah, I just
they're hitting that like all. They're hitting that worse than Jackson Holiday, and he can't hit anything.
Give him time. Give him time. He'll be fine. He's gonna be fine.
I'm just kidding. Just keeping it relevant.
Yeah, he's gonna be fine.
That makes it.
I mean, I don't ever see a first round Ravens wide receiver again. Like, there's no way.
Okay, well, guess what? If the top player on the board is a wide receiver, then we're trading out. Which is what you said is not going to happen. Ross, they don't. You know they don't reach for need. If they think that the tackle on the board is the 34th best player, they're like, "Hey, New England, you want something?"
This is a vintage Eric DaCosta quote, though. They reached up because it was a want and a need at the same time. So if it's like an edge rusher or a corner,
I understand. Oh no,
they're gonna fucking go up and get his ass in a heartbeat.
I agree. If they'll go and get someone, but if they don't go up and get someone and let the board drop, and their top edge, corner, or tackle are not number 30, they'll be like, "I don't want to do this."
So I agree with you, Ross. They'll trade out. They have a board right now, like 8 names on it. And I guarantee you 7 of them are still on the board. And they're probably shitting themselves because the odds of them getting it are very high, knowing half these guys are going to go offensive tackle or wide receiver, which the Ravens need, obviously. We'll see what happens, but I think there's a good chance that they're going to be able to pick between 2 or 3 guys that they really want. And if that's the case, they may trade back, knowing that that one of them will be there at like 1 or 2 overall in the second. So we'll see, though.
I can only hope. Give me 1 second here. I'm just checking something. 16. The pick is in. We will have an idea what Mike McDonald will do. I mean, shit, the fact he didn't get Pat Queen still surprises me, but I don't know.
Who do you take?
Don't know yet. Pepper's talking.
That's crazy.
Oh, Booger's wearing a weird orange suit.
See, that's why I don't watch ESPN because I hate Booger.
It's just some.
I get it. Nope.
Everyone else.
Nope.
I'm still a Kuiper guy. I like good. I miss Todd. I miss Todd McShay. I'm mad they fired him.
Oh, here it is.
I like Todd. Him and Mel had fun.
Any idea why Marvin Harrison Sr. wasn't at the draft?
I don't know.
I think he was dead, and he's like, no, he's alive.
Yeah, I was pretty. I didn't look it up, but he said it was there, and he showed his necklace was live. I was like, did I miss something?
Yeah,
no, he's alive.
Yeah, that's really surprising.
Like I told Gerald, Jordan, right now we won't be able to play with Marvin Harrison Jr. and Madden. Buy his jersey
signed to the union.
Oh,
yeah. I mean, think about it like this: Marvin Harrison Sr. has been real low key since he retired, and he wasn't that flashy. I mean, he showed up with his skill, but like he wasn't.
Army, why are we stretching this pick out? I don't care about these people. Good for them.
Chill, Russ.
The draft is already long enough. This is day 2, day 3 stuff.
I think the Ravens will get a defensive player they just didn't think would fall to 30. Is what?
I mean, that's how I was looking
this guy should have. That's a Kyle Hamilton all over again.
100%.
A little bit later.
I mean, there are a lot of defensive players dropping.
One has gone in the entire draft, and
just one. That's unfathomable.
In the top 10 best available according to ESPN, they're all defense except 2 guards and a center.
And watch them all fucking go. Wouldn't shock me.
Yeah, it's unfathomable.
Wouldn't shock me at all because
I wish we were picking at 32. Too soon. Damn.
Yeah. You know that's
bitch, I just listened to you whine about that shit just a minute ago. Oh gosh. Byron Murphy, defensive tackle.
That's fine. We just signed our defensive tackle.
Yep.
We need edges more than tackles in my
opinion. He said he wanted a Matabike for himself.
Fine. That still means the top edge and corners are still available.
Yeah.
We have a safety of the future. We have a linebacker. We have a defensive tackle of the future, a center of the future, a quarterback of the future, Hall of Fame running back. We have a number 1 wide receiver. We have another number 1 wide receiver on the other side. We have a Hall of Fame tight end, most likely. His protege.
I will say, though, Gerald's guy Mims is also dropping.
Oh, yeah, Mims is there. Yeah.
Mims just slipped into the top 10 for best available.
Yeah, that's the guy that I didn't think in 100 years would be there at 30.
It's been, in that regard, it's been weird. That's where the draft has been weird. It's like you have Mims starting to slip. You have literally just the first few defenders already gone. It's, again, I can't believe 6 quarterbacks. That's insane.
So I got Kool-Aid still on the board.
Not Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid.
Not fucking Kool-Aid.
Man, his teammate's still on board. He's probably the better cornerback according to the ratings.
Well,
Who do you think it's going to take?
Did you guys know that Eric DeCosta was in the draft room when the Orioles took Jackson Holiday?
Yeah, that's why he's paying back the favor to he's paying it back to them now. That's why they're in the draft room tonight.
To me, that's a good look. I love that the teams are like, melding together. I mean, it's such a good era to be in Baltimore.
Oh, we can ask Jordan. Jordan, where do you think they'd have the NFL draft in Baltimore? We couldn't figure out a place.
Ravens walk, 100%.
That's what I thought. I was trying to figure out where they put the big stage.
I just don't think it can. I mean, can it fit as many people that are out there? They said don't even think about it, though. That's what ESPN said. Don't even. ESPN.
Hold on.
I was watching the news beforehand, and they were like, "Yeah, don't even think about it." Pretty much like it won't be for a very long time
in Baltimore.
Vikings just traded up. Vikings want someone.
Mm.
Who are they moving up to
Jags.
get?
This is their second time they traded up in the first round.
Who's the number one pick who's the number one available?
Oh, the edge from Alabama.
And who is it? The Jags?
Yeah, that's probably who they take. They're probably like, yeah, look at all of them high-fiving. You sons of bitches. I can't imagine being a fucking Vikings fan. God,
Ben says they need a tackle and a off D tackle and a guard.
like, we're pissed off because we lost in the championship game.
Yeah.
But that's the standard that we have in Baltimore.
Again, it's like championship.
There it is.
Talking about the cheerleaders?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that was it still would have been see, they had to move up to 17 to get him.
But see, that's why the Vikings suck ass, because now they did that. Let's see what they gave up to do that.
What did they give up? Because they only gave up.
We don't have a second round pick now. They've had a fourth round.
They only gave up a fourth and a fifth and but they got 203, whatever the hell that is. But let's see what they gave up for him.
It's probably in Twitter alerts.
Yeah, it's definitely probably on Twitter.
All right, though, we're coming to the first divisional pick.
Let's see.
Find out what the Vikings gave up for this.
Oh, they probably haven't told us yet, actually.
No, it's gonna take a while.
You'll definitely know.
Oh, the Vikings gave up the Jaguars acquired pick 23 and 167 for 17. That's all.
What'd you say?
So they got the Vikings other first round pick and 167.
So they basically swapped first rounds and gained that's surprisingly light to move up.
That's a surprisingly cheap move.
Yeah, to move up from 23 to 17.
Yeah, that's a good deal.
The Bengals are going O-line, right?
If they don't, then
the quarterback hasn't played 2 seasons consecutively.
Hasn't played 2 seasons. But yeah, probably.
If they don't pick an O-lineman, I would be greatly surprised. Like it, yeah.
Yeah, but their wide receiver and defensive tackle want to be traded. Defensive end want to be traded.
They don't get fucking ran over.
They were like, nah.
God damn it.
I don't want to play that twice.
I'm not getting.
Henderson saw that Derrick Henry signed the resume. I want out. Nah.
I'm gone. Get me out of here. I'm not trying to go.
So excited for him. It's stupid.
It won't
sink in. I'm going to be watching the football game, and they're going to hand it off and be like, "That's Derrick fucking Henry." He'll be on my fantasy team, and it won't make any sense.
It won't. It'll be like, man, look at you with your homer picking Derrick Henry. What a homer pick.
I don't know.
Los Angeles Rams.
I just hate how the parents are starting to look like our age.
Because they are, Gerald.
Fuck. Oh shit! This is the draft stream. This is our draft stream. Fuck.
Like I was in my neighbor's driveway, like 10 of us, and we are just like watching our kids play, and they're all like 6 and 7 and 8. And we're like, oh, we are this.
Yeah.
Well, like this is at least the second year of us watching people we played kids get drafted.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember hating playing against the Colts and Marvin Harrison.
Yeah.
I'm like, God, stupid Peyton Manning, Marvin Harrison, and Reggie Wayne.
Oh, that squad serious. How many Super Bowls
we lost?
We got one Super Bowl, right?
We lost to them fucking 15-9 because we couldn't score a stupid touchdown.
Yeah, it's crazy as shit that they only got one Super Bowl with that squad.
Who, the Colts?
Yeah.
You know what? They shouldn't have, because
I mean, no, they don't deserve that shit. But that's
our fucking Super Bowl.
It's just nuts to me.
That was probably still our best team of all time.
100%.
They couldn't score a goddamn touchdown.
Like there was no, like you couldn't have told me we weren't going to go to a Super Bowl that year.
Like 2012 was almost like the universe going, you guys should have won one with these defensive players. So we're just gonna give it to you because you fucked it up the last year, and you couldn't do it in '06, and you couldn't do it in '08, and you couldn't do it in '09, and you couldn't do it in '10.
Well, as I said, we're fitting the pattern, so we should be going to the Super Bowl this season.
I do have a good feeling. I feel like the guys that needed to learn how to win in the playoffs won in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And like they're going in with like Super Bowl or bust mentality before it was playoff win or bust.
Mm-hmm.
And that's such a huge difference. Same with the Orioles. Like you went from making it, look at us, to all of a sudden now the Russians like, we want more than this. We know what it takes.
You got that
taste. You have to fail to get there.
You have the AFC Championship, the Lamar Hunt Trophy come through your fucking city, and you don't get to hold it up in your stadium. That hits different. That changes a man. That dude.
Yeah.
I mean, we may see another AFC Championship maybe here.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. I don't know.
I don't see a lot of football teams that are and I'm not trying to be biased, but I don't see a lot of teams that are as complete as the Ravens that when they play their game, they can be beat.
The only other team that's as complete as us is the Chiefs.
And I don't even think they're that complete.
Even then, yeah.
They have like a horseshoe up their ass. And
that's
Pat Mahomes
that part.
I just don't look at that roster and think, wow. Like the Ravens, you look at the Ravens roster, you're like, what?
See, here's the thing, and again, the Chiefs have Pat Mahomes.
Yep.
Pat Mahomes is literally a video game character.
I think he is the best.
In the body of a repairman, like a car repairman. Like the man should not be who he is, but that's the X factor.
Yeah.
You need Lamar to do that.
Which is annoying. And I feel like the problem with the Ravens is that they take too long to figure out how to play. It's like the Orioles pitching to Mike Trout. Like if you just double cover Kelsey, the Chiefs will not move the football down the football field. But for some reason, the man was one-on-one. He was open. They figured out in the second half how to cover him, and it was too late.
Yep, exactly.
I don't think I've ever healed.
Nope.
I knew we were fucked as soon as the Star Spangled Banner was on the other side of the football field and the B-2 bomber didn't fly over. I was like, well, we're
said it was going to happen.
Like, and we didn't get the ball to start. We didn't get the kickoff.
Once they said we all were in tech. We're all like, "Oh, there's probably not going to be a flyover. We get it. No flyover." But they said it. Never happened. I don't know. ESPN. This is draft night. Stop talking about Caitlin Clark. I don't care that she's a Chiefs fan.
They got to give equal coverage.
No, they don't. Apparently, the Mystics already had to move their game from their arena to Capital One, which I honestly thought they already played there. So much I pay attention.
Hey, where do they play?
I guess they have their own tiny arena somewhere.
Hold on, wait a minute. They don't play Capital One?
No, the Mystics don't play in Capital One Arena. Apparently they have a tiny arena somewhere else they play.
All right, Bengals pick is in.
They're going Troy Botany.
That's fine. I heard today that he has possibly problems that his knee might not even be good for long.
I bet they go Graham Barton, to tell you the truth. With Matabuke.
So I heard that Troy Falavallati guy might have bad knees.
Wow, the best available. None of them are defensive players, except Cooper John.
Hey, this is good old Cooper. the white guy. See, I know we can't take. I just don't want the Chiefs to get Xavier Worthy.
Oh, I mean, he's gonna fall. I mean, they picked 32.
I know. That's why I know we don't want him. I almost want to take him just to keep him from the Chiefs. Like, no.
The Ravens have their draft board, and if he's on it, they'll take him.
Oh, I know how the Ravens work.
Yeah, they're not worried about other people's picks.
I thank you, Gerald. I'm aware of this. I just don't want that because that would you want to give them another basic Tyreek Hill. That's the one thing they've been missing.
You don't think Hollywood's going to fill the gap?
Oh, here it is. Here they go. Mims. Oh, you got to be kidding.
Oh, there it goes. Well, and also the Chiefs also need another wide receiver because the other one might be in jail.
Did you see this? The Bengals just got Mims.
Yes, I saw they got Mims. Well, I could be upset. I mean, he was possibly. I mean, he was a hope to drop, but man, they knew they were going to take offensive lineman. And if
I mean,
they got this,
I don't want the Ravens to go offensive tackle, personally.
I
I hope
mean,
they go defensive back. I think that
I think we can get a tackle later.
the
It's gonna be
Ravens
startable.
develop tackles and guards, and the fact that they've got guys in house.
Yes,
They drafted the Mountain a couple years ago, and they've got the other guys. I think like it's a nice to have, but it's not a need to have.
I definitely feel they can get better value at tackle or lineman later.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially with how the board is dropping now.
Exactly.
If the board was dropping different, maybe, but like I said, we're now top tackles left according to ESPN are Tyler Gunton, Joe Morgan, and Blake Foster. Only one I haven't seen going in the first round. And guard wise, I guess they've been talking Filele. Well, Troy Filano could be a tackle, but he's listed as a guard, and then
They got
that's
Andrew
about it.
Williams. They got Macari. Like I feel like they've got guys that are.
They draft. They literally had their post press conference last year and literally went back into the draft room and traded up to get Voorhees.
Yeah, Voorhees is your future. He's a guy that should never have been able to be traded for, but because he was hurt, the Ravens pounced on him. He's back, healthy, and I think that's a great pickup by the Ravens, and I think it's like going out and getting an offensive lineman in the draft.
As you said, develop lineman. Surprisingly, it's taken a while, but Ben Cleveland has finally started to look, serviceable.
And that's a third round pick, right? So, or fourth round pick. Like I feel like I think the Ravens would like to get one, but I think they're not willing to do what I think that's too high for Mims, in my opinion.
Yeah. Like I'm really surprised, in my opinion, just how it's been going that he didn't.
Like the fact that two defensive players are off the board and we're at pick fucking 20, boys. We're going to get an absolute monster.
Jordan, you literally mentioned one last night about favorite draft pick, Marshall Yanda.
Yeah, it's beautiful, and that's a guy that would have gone 1-1 in a redraft.
Yeah,
so it's like I think the Ravens and they're good head in house. We'll see what they do. You can't. I don't think you can like lean on that though, because you never. I think it takes more than it's the player and the team.
There's the tackle from good old Gerald's BYU. He could be like I said, Notre Dame's tackle. There are ones that. A lot of people have been mocking Houston's Patrick Paul, the Ravens. That's obviously the later one.
Yeah.
They don't like to do it, but there's one from Maryland. We know how they feel about Maryland players for some reason.
I wouldn't draft any Maryland players.
Some are fine.
They're mentally weak.
Yeah.
Except Stephon Diggs.
No, they were. I think they've got mentally. Look at the damn. So this is what the Rams do for a first round party because they haven't had to do it for a while.
I'd take a Maryland Terrapin offensive player. I would not take an offensive lineman or a defensive player.
Fourth, late round pick. We're taking two his brother then.
I hope not. He barely solved college fucking defenses. He had like one of the best wide receiver cores in the country.
He really did. He kept messing up these great wide receivers that he always had. Surprisingly. But the Ravens never wanted any of them.
Yeah, the Stephon Diggs, not taking Diggs broke my heart.
That one.
I knew how good he was.
Yeah. It's sad that we didn't even get that. Like
I said, he went late.
Second round, right?
Stephon? I think he went. What did he do?
Goodbye, Aaron Donald. You've been replaced by Matabuke.
You love to see it, my friend.
He'll be first team all player, probably.
Oh, no question. No question.
No, that's right. Stephon, remember, he was a 5th round pick.
Damn.
Fudge.
That's what made him even worse. It was a DJ. It was him, Stephon, and DJ Moore, the ones that hurt me the most. DJ even more hurts me the most because of who the.
We got Torrey at least.
We took Crybaby Hayden Hurst. Isn't that where we took Crybaby Hayden Hurst?
Yeah,
Who I'm sorry, I did say I was going to be nicer to him because he did say he was having some problems.
I will argue that Hayden Hurst, didn't he lead to, who did we trade him for?
No.
I want to say somehow one of his picks we got for him turned into,
Oh,
we got Calais.
Calais Campbell? No, I feel like it turned into somebody. Oh, was it a DK? Not DK. A running back though.
JK?
JK?
We got JK for him?
I'm pretty sure. Like the
I don't
pick.
remember anymore.
We find out. Let me do the math.
I mean, it's crazy how long ago that was.
Hayden, I think we had a second round pick in the back and Falcons for him. We got a second and a fifth to get JK. Yeah, so JK was a direct result of Hayden Hurst.
That's crazy.
Was it? Edge, Florida. Okay.
All's well that ends well. The Ravens get the most out of their guys. I'll say that.
This is Justin's team. Said he wanted to call into the show. Wow, Jared Verse.
Oh.
Again, I'm not. He's decent. It's a decent ball player.
So we're gonna bring Justin Holden on. You know, I'm gonna call him. He's gonna be on speakerphone.
Okay.
He's gonna talk about his pick. You know, for old time's sake.
And the Steelers are on the clock, and the Ravens are on in 10.
Oh man, we got 10 picks.
What do you think Miami does? I have a coworker who's a big Dolphins fan. He's got them going O-line, but they could use some defensive help too.
They could use some defensive help, but you want to also protect.
This is the fun part of the draft because now you're dealing with actual football organizations. That can
these are teams that you're going to see in the playoffs.
Those are good teams.
The upper 500 teams that are they're filling needs to complete their rosters versus building entirely new teams.
I always say, here's my thing. Follow me here. Like, typically, you know, if you're really good in college.
Yeah.
You're right. So we were both right. That Hayden Hurst led the JK and Calais.
Literally what we said 10 minutes ago. Oh, Calais. Okay.
We both. I had to double check that the 5th round pick was that we one we traded for Calais.
Yeah.
I knew.
But as I was saying, it's like
that's
crazy. I'm trying to remember what I was saying. Damn it.
We're talking about
This is what I do.
I disrupted my train of thought.
I think we're talking about.
Oh yeah, if you're good in college, like really fucking good, like spectacular.
Yeah,
you're gonna go to a very shit team.
Yeah,
and life's not gonna be super awesome for you. In the offshoot chance, though, sometimes it does work out. Look at
Houston.
Yeah, turn around. And I mean, even DC was good with RG3 the first 2 years. But again, for the most part, I mean, this is where you want to go. Top.
Well,
you know, the last.
As long as the main problem not so much is good, it's how is the organization run.
That's it.
They could be a shit team the year before. They completely clean house and get a good organization, like the Texans.
Mm-hmm.
You know, as much as we don't like to say, I mean, the Bengals kind of did.
Mm-hmm.
Man, yeah, they sucked for a while, so they got top picks, but no, typically, yeah, that's why usually these top teams are usually picking here multiple times.
Usually the same teams over and over again. Like it would have been the Panthers, except they traded their pick the year before to move up. So the Bears picked one overall. But it's the Bears, so they're continually in that top 10 conversation. So are the Cardinals, so are the Panthers, so are the Jets, so are the Giants, so are the like the Falcons. Like every year they're in the same because they don't know how to like develop players. They have no patience for developing players. They never take the right players. Like the Falcons set themselves back. They paid all this money to get the best quarterback in free agency. One of the best quarterbacks to hit free agency in recent memory because quarterbacks just never hit free agency.
Yeah.
And then they turn around and instead of giving the man a fucking wide receiver or a defensive player, they go out and get another quarterback. So not only to replace the quarterback, they just paid $200 million for it. Like I just
Guaranteed.
And they're probably going to either trade him the quarterback they just drafted, or wait like Jordan Love for years. And the difference is the Packers, who are probably picking the end of this draft, know how to develop players and they know how to, do things the right way. And they probably made the wrong decision by taking Jordan Love at the height of Aaron Rodgers' career. It's just
Here's
not the way you do things. Like if you have a quarterback established, you don't mess with it.
but here's my thing. Think about Green Bay for a second. Look how good Jordan Love was this year.
Yeah.
Look at where Aaron Rodgers was. Aaron Rodgers lasted 30 seconds. Jordan Love got his team to the playoffs.
Yep.
It's a gamble. It's all a fucking gamble. That's it.
But it took 3 years to get to Jordan Love.
It did.
That's the thing. It's like
how many times
Packers,
they could have given Aaron a wide receiver?
The Packers missed the Super Bowl because they decided to not spend that money on a wide receiver for him. That's the difference. It's like, what are you giving up for the hopes of having a good quarterback in 2-3 years?
You literally you traded his top weapon, and then the next year and that draft you were like, we're not going to replace him with a wide receiver.
Yeah.
We're not going to. I think there was a stretch there where for a while they just never took a first round one. They were the opposite of the Ravens. Like, no, we're wide receiver. We'll take a defensive player. Meanwhile, Rodgers is like, bro, what are we doing here? My top option is right now is Christian Watkins.
Yeah. So we're gonna bring Justin on for old time's sake for a minute or two. Get ready for this. Let's see what he has to say about the Rams. Random, right?
Got a first round pick for once.
What's up, Gerald?
Justin Holden, you are on Charm City Beat Live.
Doing phone calls now.
Well, what an honor, good sir.
So tell us about the Rams pick, man. Out of tradition, we had to bring you back. Tell us about your pick.
Because you had a pick.
Yeah, so we just selected Jared Verse at 19th overall, edge rusher at Florida State. I'd have to say I'm pretty satisfied with the pick. I mean, I wanted the Rams a good defense since Aaron Donald just retired, and we have to try to – I mean, there's really no one that's going to fill that vacancy, but you have to try and get someone that's going to help out there.
Yep.
So I think going with someone that's going to help with the pass rush is going to help us. Was hoping that Byron Murphy would fall. Unfortunately, went to the Seahawks, but what can you do?
Yeah. So how does it feel to have a first round pick?
It definitely makes watching the draft more interesting. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
you watch a draft, your team's at a first round pick. It's kind of like waiting around a long ass time for anything to happen.
Justin, Jordan here. They obviously lost in painful fashion in the playoffs last year. Do you feel like this is the kind of pick that will get them over that hump, or do you think it's just one of several things they need to do to get to where they want to be?
I think they're going to need to make some more moves in this draft because, the defense, I think after losing Donald is really hurting, I think. But also they don't really have much going on in the secondary. They need to try to find some guys there too. I have to just think overall the defense has to be the focus for the Rams the entire draft. Maybe get another offensive lineman at some point, but I would definitely prefer that they focus on getting the defense better and maybe try and get some pass protection. We're pretty good in our skill players on offense, I think.
Yeah. So what's your dad's mindset on the Ravens pick? What does he think they're gonna do? Your dad's season ticket PSL holder, Mr. Holden.
Well, I can tell you the one thing I've picked up on here at the house. I've been watching with my family, and of course, they're all Ravens fans. So.
Is Ryan there?
The thing that seems to be happening right now is that, my brother seems like he's kind of happy that so many offensive linemen are going because he's saying he doesn't want the Ravens to pick an O-line in the first round. And then my dad's saying the opposite. He's like, no, we need offensive line. So, they need to stop picking these guys.
Yeah. Your father is more mature-minded than other fans.
What else is my brother was saying this was obviously earlier in the draft before so many picks were made, but he actually wanted Brock Bowers to somehow go to the Ravens. I was just like, well, the Ravens already have two really great tight ends, so what's the point?
Yeah, I think Ross also had that.
I've never had Brock Bowers. I have done I've done 5 mock drafts, and I probably didn't know I don't need one. Get out of here! Stop telling me that to take one. I don't.
So, Justin, what are your thoughts on the draft, though? I mean, to see, 12, 13 offensive players go in a row, 6 quarterbacks, the most offensive players in the first half since 1983. I mean, it's a historic draft, and I feel like the Rams took advantage of it by getting a defensive player, where they did.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely
Tackle off the
creates
board.
some opportunities for those teams that needed defense. But I think it's completely crazy that we saw 6 quarterbacks go in like the first 12 picks. I mean, like, there's no way all those dudes are going to turn out good, first of all. And then secondly,
Yeah.
I actually didn't realize how badly so many teams needed a quarterback. It kind of opened my eyes to like, wow, yeah, these many quarterbacks going in the first 12. Like, I definitely did not see that coming at all.
Yeah, I mean, well, you saw with Atlanta, they didn't really need one, but they definitely splurged.
Yeah, I thought.
I mean, the Atlanta pick was definitely a head scratcher, but I was trying to make sense of it, and what I kind of came up with is like maybe they're trying to take the Green Bay Packers approach of like, let's just have like a good veteran quarterback and sit a guy behind him.
Mhm.
But yeah, I was struggling with that one because I really thought the Falcons were just going to try to go for it all and go for more like immediate impact player, but clearly they've got other plans in mind.
Yeah, they're thinking future.
I think it really shows you just how much these organizations and owners covet a Pat Mahomes type of player that they can build like around and get money around and just a franchise around, that they're willing to risk everything, including the $200 million franchise quarterback they just signed, get that player in case that he happens to be the next great one. And not really for comment, I'm just as it's something that I'm realizing is that this draft is kind of showing the direction the NFL is going, and that it's offensively driven. And if you don't have a quarterback, you're behind.
You can't win a Super Bowl without a quarterback.
See, I thought for a while I was admitting teams were starting to get smarter there for a while and realizing like in the Kenny Pickett draft, how many teams needed a quarterback? I thought they realized these quarterbacks aren't that good.
Yeah.
Now we're back to we need a quarterback.
Yeah.
Dude, the Kenny Pickett draft class, like Brock Purdy, the last pick, ended up being the best quarterback.
Yeah. He's going to have the best career out of everybody from that class.
You know what he does?
How nuts is it that's how that draft class turned out?
Yeah. Absolutely insane. Oh, man. Draft night.
The Rams have all their picks, Justin, or when do they pick tomorrow?
Well, they've got. I knew that they had more than 7 draft picks, so they definitely like have a lot more this year than they did in previous years. So yeah, they're gonna have a full draft.
Yeah. Well, that's good, man. You know. Oh man, what a season! So far, it's been a very interesting draft. God, yeah, the league is just changing so much. Again, everybody wants a fast, hype quarterback. It's absolutely crazy.
What's been your favorite pick of the draft so far, Justin? For me, it was the wide receiver the Bears took. What about you?
I thought the Neighbors pick was a really good one in terms of like earlier in the draft.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, as much as it pains me to say it, I like what the Seahawks did and getting Byron Murphy.
Yeah.
I think it was also like a part of the draft where, I mean, honestly, I feel like they kind of need a quarterback because, like, I mean, how many years are you just going to roll with Geno? But, you know, given that big run on quarterbacks, it made more sense to just like take a really good player at another position than to try to force that kind of pick.
Yeah,
So I liked what the Seahawks did, and I liked Neighbors as far as like the first couple picks in the draft. I thought he was one of the better ones.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, Justin, it is always great to have you on the show, brother. Any last thoughts, man?
I'd just be interested to see what the Ravens division rivals are going to do in the first round. We got the Steelers pick coming up, and we saw what the Bengals did. You know, going with offensive line, which I think was smart on their part.
The
to
Steelers.
finally go and do that.
Steelers went offensive line.
But yeah, I think at this point, now that I've seen the Rams pick, I'm interested to see what the Ravens are going to do, what the division rivals of the Ravens are going to do.
So far, since he has got Mims, because I think you're outside, the Steelers went with a guard. They realize who they got to protect against Matt BK.
Guard/tackle.
Then the Browns don't pick.
So The Ravens could have the most exciting pick of the draft of the division list tonight.
Not one defensive back has gone off the board yet, and there's at least 4 that I think the Ravens covet. And so they're probably shitting themselves right now with 9 picks to go.
Yeah. Well, Justin, again, it's always great to have you on, brother. We'll be in touch, man.
All right, sounds good. Enjoy the rest of the draft, fellas.
Yes, sir, brother. Peace. Justin Holden, ladies and gentlemen, Justin Holden.
Yeah, Steelers took
always
the
a good
guard
guest to have
tackle
on.
from
Always.
Old school OG.
Old school lit tube.
I'm telling you, we needed Justin on because we need to get that.
He told me he couldn't get on. He was going to come on, but he
need to-
left his parents'
We
house.
need to get his Rex Burkhardt mojo on here. It's his 2000 plus video on the Bengals signing Rex Burkhardt.
I'm seeing tweets that Kirk Cousins and his camp are confused.
I would be too.
Yeah.
They're probably like Brett Favre's camp when they draft Aaron Rodgers. Like, what? Well, I'm here.
Isn't it ironic? The team that drafted Brett Favre is doing the move that Brett Favre's team did.
I feel like the biggest difference is like this was like at like the twilight of Brett Favre's, not twilight, but closing on it. They just signed this motherfucker $200 million. Like you obviously invested a lot into this guy to be your franchise quarterback. So to go out and get a quarterback that is on the older side as a rookie, you know what I mean? Like he's been around the block. He's torn every ligament he's got in his body. Like he's been around, and so like he's gonna there should not be a quarterback competition, but that's what's gonna game day one. They're gonna ask, "What's the plan?" If he has a bad game, are you gonna be like, put him in? Like you can't. It's not fair to Kirk Cousins.
It's not like Joe Flacco, but it's almost similar in a sense where it's
what it feels like to have a first round quarterback breathing it. But again, this was after years of Joe Flacco sort of, I don't want to say mailing it in, but the team was on the downturn and he was at the heart of it, obviously.
Yeah.
But that's the difference, is that he wasn't just paid. It wasn't 2013, it was 2018.
Ooh.
And so it's
okay.
really different vibe, and I really feel for Kirk. He's
we got a Maryland boy.
What? Who?
Chop Robinson. He's from Gaithersburg.
Yeah, well, he went to Penn State, and
Oh,
we really want to take
Maryland.
a chance on. Everyone was worried, like, do you want to take a chance on another Penn State edge rusher? Because that has not worked out so far.
When it comes to edge, and again, you're seeing all these flash names go through, and I kind of had this thought earlier. It's like Ojabo and Owe, this is do or die season.
Yeah.
They're on the replacement track. If they don't go all pro, like pretty much they're out. They're gone.
You got to feel for Ojabo, and I feel like the Ravens risked a lot drafting him where they did 2 years ago. And at the time, we were like, wow, top 15 pick. At the time, we were like, he's the reason Hutchinson was good. Yeah. But it's actually, I think, the opposite. Now that we're watching Hutchinson's career, and it's like Hutchinson really was legit.
Hutchinson was a dog just
and Ojabo probably benefited from having Hutchinson on the other side and being in a really, really strong defensive system with Mike McDonald. And now all of a sudden, it's like, he obviously got hurt. So I think and he got hurt last year. He had a sack in his first game, didn't he? So I maybe the jury's still out on him. But yeah, Owe for sure, I think, has been a big disappointment considering he's a first round draft pick.
Yeah. No.
And for being how fast they always say Owe was, he always seems to always just be just
a couple
just late.
Yep.
He like leads the team in almost sex.
It's telling that you had to spend money on a Van Noy because you don't have that answer in house, even though you've spent first and second round draft picks on edge rushers. Like that's demoralizing. It's a tragedy, really, because that's money you could have spent on a tackle. That's money you could have spent on a corner or bringing Queen back, and instead you had to spend it on fucking Van Noy. You don't know what you're going to get. He's a year older.
Funny enough, I was actually having that conversation with Justin's brother Ryan. And I was saying, it's like, do or die for Owe and Jabo. I mean, we got Van Noy. He gives us a season. There's not much left after that.
No, I'm not expecting much.
This is it for him. So it's like, I think next year we make a big splash in defense. I don't see it happening tonight, but definitely 2025 when we're doing this then. Yeah, it's going.
Yeah, I mean, they're probably not finished because they went out and they got Clowney last year. I can see
Where do
them
the
trying
Eagles
to do
find this money?
similar deal this year with some, guy. But how desperate were they last year? They dropped two guys that were on the couch to bring in because Oweh wasn't fitting the bill, and
That's
don't want that in this day of age in this NFL when you've got guys like Joe Burrow and Russell Wilson and Watson who can all handle the Ravens pretty well.
Yeah,
consistently.
Again, you play to beat your divisional rivals, and with the guys with the edge rushers that we have, it's just don't know. Again, like you said, Ojabo heartbreaking. The man's literally been injured from day one, and that's just absolutely sad. Yeah. Who do the Eagles pick them? We're about.
I don't know. I haven't checked Twitter, but I guarantee you, so many Raven fans over there freaking out because Brian Thomas Jr. is still on the board.
Tell us a little bit about Brian Thomas.
I don't know much. I just know a lot of people wanted him.
See the wide receiver from LSU.
Wide receiver from LSU.
I mean, you say those two words together, wide receiver, LSU.
LSU is wide receiver.
Can't go wrong. It reminds me of when did Jefferson and Chase go in the same draft?
Yes. Right?
I don't remember. Yeah. But that kind of reminds me of that a little bit.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah, it's wild.
Let's check, yeah.
What else is on there? Yeah, we are 10, well, not 10, 8 picks away.
I have a bad feeling, though, that Jefferson and Chase and Burrow is like
the
much better version of this version of the LSU quarterback. Like, none of these guys I'd even heard of coming into this draft.
100%.
I'm like, I know who Joe Burrow is, won national championship. I know who fucking Jefferson is. I know who Chase is.
Yeah.
Like, none of these guys are going to go in the top round. Fantasy. Jefferson's probably going to go 1-1.
Jefferson was 2020. Chase was 2021.
Okay.
Close enough. They sure.
But they were both on the team with Joe Burrow.
That's
in LSU.
And now look at him right now. I mean, Joe Burrow is still.
I just don't want the Ravens to go wide receiver in the first round.
I don't think it's going to happen. There's no fucking way.
We have too much. We see our cornerback depth is not there, and these guys break like Kit Kat bars. Like I just can't have it.
There's no question about it. They're getting a corner. At this point,
you have to. You're 8 picks away, and you've got your pick of the litter.
I mean, they just said as far as not one defensive back at all has gone.
That's absolutely insane.
It's like the longest. I think he just said it's like the longest since like 90 something.
Damn.
We're gonna get an A+ on our draft just by fucking sitting there.
Yeah.
Again.
The fact that we didn't trade or move, we're
gonna get a top 17, 18.
We got the top 1, 2, 3 corners are all there.
Yeah, I mean, I had 2 of those guys in my mocks. As for whatever it's worth, we're going top 15, and they're all there at 22. If the Eagles don't take 23,
I could see us taking Terry and Arnold, Alabama guy.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
but this entire time I thought
they get him, and they got in my mind the 8th overall pick if they get him at 30.
They're just shitting themselves right now. It's unbelievable.
They're gonna get Cooper.
This is like the moment where they're just all quietly sitting in the draft room, like.
I would not be shocked if their entire board is more or less there.
Surprise me.
There's no question.
I mean, their needs were offensive. So the only ones that yeah, guarantee that probably the top board is still there. It moved. I don't care. Roger Goodell.
Oh, Eagles are going to London?
That's lame.
No,
the Ravens play in Brazil. I'm gonna fucking throw my.
Wait, what?
They're naming where these teams are playing. It's like.
We're talking about some guy from Australia. Oh, don't care. Oh, we're going to Australia, everyone.
Oi! What time is it there? They're
There's
12
a
hours
shrimp
ahead.
on the bobby.
What time is it there?
It's like 6 a.m. there, 7 a.m., 8 a.m., 9 a.m.
Hey, man, they're chilling at the beach, man. Look at them.
I'm not that far ahead, Ross. Goodell's still talking.
Oh, damn.
Keon Mitchell.
Keaton Mitchell.
Quinion. Sorry.
First cornerback went. Let's try to. Gerald really yelled a name. Jordan seems confused.
Well, he's still picking.
Damn.
Not Keaton. I just got what he said. No.
There it is.
You can get read.
Oh, I didn't want him anyway.
No.
To me, like, I'm all about it, but I think when it comes to defensive backs and wide receivers, for the most part, if you don't play for a big time program, it does not translate.
No question.
I mean, you have your, Stevens and stuff, but like, for the most part, I feel like it's a lot more work because you're not used to facing guys.
What is Toledo?
Like Marvin Harrison Jr. You're facing whoever plays for the Toledo Mudhens. It's like,
well, even remember
that Western Kentucky, like, who's he going up against?
Well, because even with Stevens, it took him to switch from safety to corner and a whole second year in the NFL for him to.
That's SMU right there.
I don't know any of these teams he's playing against.
You got NCAA football's coming, my friend. That's Western Kentucky right there.
Oh, okay, cool.
That's the whole point.
I'm all about college football, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's Notre Dame. Let's see what you did there. Oh, I see what you did there. Right around the fifth overall pick. Is that mid-Tennessee? Yeah, I mean, no doubt he can play. And a lot of times, like, when you got like a good Flacco at Delaware, like, the pedigree's there. But
well, give your video time. He did have this. They're showing us one good play against Marvin Harrison Jr.
That's probably why they picked him.
It just doesn't, to me, like, I'm just not a fan. Like, it doesn't have the same pizzazz as, like, the guy the Jets took last year.
I agree with you, man. It's like, when you think about it, the Big Ten, the SEC, that's NFL. That's the minor league of the NFL, in my opinion. Again, it doesn't. Yeah, if you're not covering or running up against those guys,
I get that, but also, like this showed, you can't.
I'm gonna look up a
can't
stat.
Teach 4.3 speed.
I'm gonna look up Ohio State versus Toledo fucking final score.
I want to see this. I'm curious. It's probably
that's
77-20.
That's not fair to him.
That was the one play that he still.
That's what I'm saying. It could have been one. I'm not saying it's good, but the final score is not fair to him.
I know, but
did you play defense?
DJ Stroud, okay, 400 yards.
And guess you know what? As I said, you shut someone down all game, and the other team blows up on you. That's not your fault.
Marvin Harrison went over 100 yards and 2 touchdowns. CJ Stroud had almost 400 yards passing. He had 3 guys with 100 yards receiving. Like, I'm not. They showed one play.
Well, that could have been from. Well, that could have been from last year if CJ Stroud had yards in that game.
It was 2 years ago, and that's why. I mean, that Marvin Harrison. It's unbelievable. Goddamn believable.
Hey, that's fun. You should be happy he went because
that's fun with us.
Arnold's still on the board. Cooper's still on the board.
Yeah, I'm not upset about it. That was like the first game of the year too, and he just like one play. Like, I guarantee you, Ohio State scored on the very. Ohio State probably scored on that play. They probably ended the other direction.
There's a lot going. There's a long play. There's a lot going on.
They ever stopped. They scored 80 points.
Damn, Nick Saban.
Hey, you're watching good old college game. They covered the draft.
Yeah,
I mean, and that's what pisses me off about the NFL draft. If you're the Eagles, why are you taking him there? Is he ranked that high, Ross?
I mean, he was. I mean, he was the top corner on the board still.
Is he really?
Which means if right now the second corner on the board is the first overall. So I'm guessing at the time he was probably the top overall player, best available.
He was.
Jesus.
Let's see. We got what 20, 30, 40, 8.
Only 7 picks until the
Fucking 11
Well,
o'clock.
well, you all. This won't happen because as we've seen this, but as of right now, the 8th best available player is Xavier Legit, wide receiver from South Carolina.
Gerald ain't having any of it.
We're not getting a receiver.
We're 7 picks away, Ross.
He just re-signed Bateman.
Okay, and as we talked about last night, after Bateman and Zay, we have an agent Aguilar, a Tylan Wallace who barely had to beat Crochet to make the team, and after that, who?
The fucking Lamar's going anyway.
I'm aware we have our tight ends.
Why do we don't need a number 4 wide receiver? Lamar's not going to throw it to him.
Yeah, like what do you
about, like, one
waste? Do you realize how this shit is set up? This setting up that they made.
You realize how our offense is going to be set up? We're going to have 8
Zay Flowers.
Gerald, we're going to have 8-man boxes.
Let him.
Mm-hmm.
We're fucking we have the king in court. He's holding it.
How are you going to stop both Derrick Henry and Lamar? If you stop
at the end of the day, this is your
guess
offense.
What? Stop them. You have one-on-one, one-on-one, one-on-one.
Yeah, but it's Zay Flowers, Mark Andrews, Isaiah Likely, Bateman, and Aguilar. Like there's no room for a 5th receiver. Frankly, I think Isaiah Likely is that receiver.
Again, they're going to sit back in shotgun. It's going to be Lamar and Derrick Henry. Mm-hmm. And they're just going to spread this shit out. You're not going to be able to stack the box against that much speed because whether you like it or not, Bateman has speed.
Understand? They're going to be small, but they're not going to be able to cover like they usually cover against the Ravens, which would be in zone and then have spy. They'll have it's going to be a bunch of man.
They just pay Bateman because they know he can actually show up.
Bateman is the best separated receiver in football, isn't he? Like he has the most space, he just can't catch it.
Yeah. Once he gets his catches down, we're great.
But this is the guy they coveted enough to draft him in the first round. And I think I'd rather invest in a guy that is almost there than bring in another rookie. And
I completely agree.
Don't worry about it. Brian Thomas is on the Jags anyways.
And he wasn't supposed to get this far anyway. But once again, fine. If the board goes how it goes, we will not be picking tonight in Gerald's mind.
Well,
Gerald's mind, we will not be picking, or are we picking below value?
We're picking.
I'm with Jordan. I think they're going to wait for one of these D-backs that are just dropping to them.
Yeah, I think they're going to get the guy from Clemson.
Right? I mean, right now they're going to be able to get the guy from Alabama.
Yeah, Bama's there.
Going to get Cooper, or they're going to get Wiggins. I mean,
I think Green Bay is going to bring in a wide. They have to give Jordan Love a weapon.
Yeah.
I think Tampa Bay could go any different direction. Dallas could go anywhere they want.
They're not going to do it, Roger. They're not going to do to Jordan Love what they did.
Coming up, that's going to be a shit show. Detroit's going defense, right? Detroit's going corner. Detroit's going the Alabama corner.
That sucks.
God damn it.
That sucks.
Would not shock me.
It would. It's too perfect for it to not happen to the Ravens at this point. An Alabama corner falling to us to replace our old Alabama.
Start your article.
Huh?
I'll write the article right now.
Start it up. Jeez. I mean, it's so poetic. He could learn from Marlon Humphrey, an Alabama corner. Like, it's just too perfect.
The lead is written for you.
Oh, the story writes itself.
Baltimore Ravens get number 1 player available, A+ draft.
No.
Defense is complete. Another first-round player on that defense.
Well, according to ESPN, Detroit needs an edge, so they might take the guy from Missouri.
How do they need an edge?
How do you need another edge?
They got Hutchinson, and I don't know who else are other edges.
Yeah, he's a savage in his own.
Okay, and guess what? If you can, I'm just saying what ESPN saying the top need is.
We're just questioning the analysts because we are home couch analysts ourselves.
Why do football hats, like the actual baseball hats, look so large?
This is a giant hat.
Yeah, that's a.
I can tell you this is an 8, and it's actually kind of actually
Really?
big on me compared to. I mean, these are both eights.
See, that's my problem. Like, I have all this hair now, so
See,
like,
that's
eight
the
was my
thing.
hair.
If you notice, a lot of them don't fit in that because they have all their hair also.
That's a good point. Yeah.
That's true. I hate not being.
I mean, I can fit this
It's-
hat almost inside
Damn,
my other hat, and they are both.
the same size.
They're both eights.
That's weird. Maybe
What?
I should get the draft hat because, again,
But soon it's like I heard a rumor that the Ravens are going to have an alternate helmet this year.
I
they're
heard
gonna have a new
that
helmet.
too.
And it's going to be the bird.
I heard.
The
I
face.
heard they're getting a new helmet. One picture showed it was purple.
We better get new helmets and jerseys to go with it,
But I heard it's like the Raven,
like the old
head,
school one. Yeah.
like the full head.
Fuck, I have this blow up ball that Colleen's mom had in her classroom. It's like the old logo. And
Yeah, or something. I definitely have it floating around here.
I'm trying to see, why do I not have that?
you only, yeah. I mean, just looking behind you, the new logo.
No, sideways, right? No, I have a tapestry with the shield with the Wayne's logo.
Yeah, this is by far the best logo they ever had
Oh yeah,
Too
yeah, I
bad
got
they
it.
legally can't use it.
on this Coke bottle from
Yeah.
1996.
It keeps 1986.
God damn it! You're right.
I just hate that 1996 one was 30 years ago.
Oh, I think I have the same Coke bottle.
This is the best thing I own on the planet.
Oh my god, what?
Yeah.
Full
I can
blown
see it.
out.
It came up.
Uh,
It's because you have it like thing. Wow, that's dope.
from the
Yeah,
original
I think-
training camp.
I think me and Jordan have the same Coke bottle.
You do?
Wait, how do y'all both have that? That's incredible. Do it. Kyle Bowler has stepped into the building.
Hut! It's
It's-
not coming off my head. But I'll wear it for a pic.
Dude, yes. Oh my god.
Oh, hold on. Wait a minute.
It even looks like old school Madden.
Yeah, it definitely looks like 2005 graphics.
I feel like Matt Stover.
Definitely Matt Stover. Yeah, dude, how long have you had that?
My father-in-law randomly gifted it to me for Christmas like 3 years ago.
Is it signed?
No. Yep, that's the one.
That's it. Yeah, I like that logo. I mean, it's almost a throwback, but it's
Legit stuck on my head.
oh shit.
Oh,
You know,
Todd,
we're having technical
Oh, wait.
difficulties.
I feel like
Oh shit.
No,
Jordan's out of commission.
Oh, it's off. My God, that was
that's terrifying.
the hat for ants.
New fear unlocked.
Oh,
Holy shit! Look at all
Pressing
these
on
people.
live TV.
What happened here?
Cowboys.
yeah. What? Also, another point. Why did it? Oh, that's the Jaguars took them. Okay, never mind. And
The
then
Lions are on the pick. Did they move up? Or am I just
No. Yes. No. Maybe.
like, weren't they 26 or something?
No. They were. If they were anything, they were 27th because it looks like they might have traded with the Cardinals.
They must have because they beat the Buccaneers in the playoffs.
Yeah. They want the
They traded up-
quarterback
they
from
traded up to get the
Alabama.
Bama. They traded up to get the Bama corner. Right? Is
They want the Alabama quarterback.
that right? What happened?
Not yet. Well, Gerald, hold off as long as you can. Jordan's clearly the farthest behind us.
I'm looking it up on Twitter. Fuck you people.
It hasn't happened yet.
Goddamn right.
There's still people sinning. Remember, this is Detroit's pick, Jordan. They're gonna do a. Eminem's probably gonna come back out.
Oh, yeah. I know who they took. I
Damn
know.
it, you're cheating.
I know who they took, you guys.
I need to see if the Sixers won. Did the Sixers win? They did. I won money. Cody Golfington.
Oh, God have mercy on the old soul.
Yeah, I won money.
Congratulations. Oh, that hurt my ears.
Yeah, you put on a helmet that wasn't your size. That would have been fun. How do we need to go out to the emergency room? Why? I have a football helmet on my head.
All right, so what I think we're about to do, we're gonna pause the broadcast. We're gonna come back after the Ravens, maybe once they go on.
All right.
All right.
You
So everybody go take a
want
piss
to do it
break.
live, or you want to do it right after? If we do it right after, we can all just like crash on it versus
Yeah, let's just do it right after the pick. We'll
20
come
minutes
back.
late. All right.
Then yeah. All right. So yeah,
Careful.
stay tuned. Don't like and subscribe. We will be back with the Ravens